Hi, it's Mike Rambo with JMJ Financial. I have the Freddie Mac National Average here, so you can see that we are up to 7.09%. Now, Housing Wire Daily reported that this is the highest level since December of 2020, and you can take a look at the graph here. We are certainly at very high levels relative to some of the historic data. Now, this year, most people anticipated that rates were going to be coming down, not up. But we haven't seen a break in the labor market, and there's a wider gap between the 10-year treasury number and where mortgage rates are because of what happened in the banking crisis. So for those reasons, we see a bit of inflated rates. And to me, this is a little bit reminiscent of what happened last year at this time, where typically as you head into the fall season, you see a decline in inventory. However, last year we had a rising rate environment, which really siphoned off demand, which actually increased inventory. So we'll see if that happens again this year. But if it does, it's going to make temporary buy downs popular again in the fall and winter. That's my prediction. So I put a video up on just a refresher on how those work and what they are and why they're powerful for a buyer. And the last thing I wanted to share is we had a really great win with a VA buyer where they were working with another lender and they were trying to get the dad to co-sign to figure out how to get them to qualify, because the main issue was that our buyer did not have a credit score. When we took over, what we did is we added the son, the buyer, as an authorized user to a few of the dad's credit cards, which took his score from 0 to over 760 in just a few weeks. And then now the buyer was able to qualify on their own, because we also discovered he was a VA buyer, and VA has very lenient guidelines compared to some other loan programs. So increased the son's credit score, was able to remove dad as a co-signer, which is what they wanted from the start. And he got into a house and we closed escrow in just 17 days. So just a reminder that there are some ways to think outside the box in some of these loan programs. And you may not know that some lenders just aren't able to rescore. They pull credit one time. That's what they have to work with. And that's why they may try to be maneuvering and try to do some funky things where lenders like myself can actually help to rescore a credit score, make it higher, and make more options available, essentially. I'll hope you guys have a great week. We'll talk soon.